So I'm actually going to record a disc right now, and I'm going to, now, going back even before they used to call it the cloud, there were some services that you actually can consider it really cloud-based. I think originally, like, email was considered, I'm thinking even AOL dial-up, where you'd actually have to download the mail to, your computer. Now they got basically, web-based version where you go to the website, your mail's still there, or you can hook it up to your email third-party client, and you can actually download it to your, it could be your portable device, could be your computer, but you still have the cloud-based email still there, unless you click, delete when you, download it or whatever. And, of course, that was some of the, I think, the earlier versions, even though we didn't call it the cloud per se. And now we got even some cloud-based devices. We have the Google Chromebook, which is basically you kind of do have to be hooked up to the internet for to use it fully. And I think that's the reason why they use a kind of a lower spec computer. It doesn't have much hard drive space, I believe. And Kindle Fires, I think, are going to be another one that's kind of going to be cloud-based. It only actually comes with 8 gigabytes of storage on that. But so I don't know. We have to see. To full functionality, obviously going to have to be the internet. And downloadable software, like I said, we're seeing with the App Store. Now, interestingly enough, downloading operating systems, of course, for Linux, it's been like that for quite a while, all downloadable. Even though you could like kind of order CDs through the internet, in some cases you can still do it, but I think downloading is the obviously the number one way. Of course, now Lion, you don't have an option. Pretty much, you got to download it. Even though they got these things where you can make a USB disk or partition recovery on the computer, I think it still has to download files from the internet for the main thing. And iTunes Music. I don't know. What do you think, Brad? How about downloadable operating systems? Now, how about Lion? I think that when that came out, that was a big negative on that one.
Yeah, that was a big negative, I think, for people. But this iCloud and stuff is really good. Like, when you buy music and stuff and apps, that comes in handy, and you don't need to buy them again, which is good.
I think, let me see. Well, I know before they came out with, put the music on all your devices, like Apple's doing. Before they kind of used something similar, where you could share it. You don't actually put it on another device. You transfer your music, so you'd have it multiple places, but you actually kind of like share it through the your local network. I guess that's how they got away from owning more than one copy or something. I think that's what they were trying to do. Now it doesn't seem to be an issue. It's pretty much any Apple device you have, you're allowed to download it to that computer, I guess. From what I understand, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yep, that is correct.
And now I don't know if other, I'm not sure about other music services, how they do it, as far as, downloading music. Let me see here. Another thing was backup services. That was kind of a lot into the cloud. I'm kind of mixed on that, though, because I'll give you some examples right here. We've got Mozy. That's one of the services, and Carbonite. I think those are the two most well-known ones. I could see a lot of pros and cons with that. Obviously, to do the backups, you would have to be on the internet. Depending on your data plan. Now, some data plans are capped. So, if you're going to have this thing activated all the time, you got to worry about the type of data plan. You might actually have to get it, the next higher one. I don't know. The only good thing I could really see about backup. See, I back up too, but I back up locally. You know, I don't really would see the need unless I think the best use that I could come up with if you're in college and you know you have I think most college people, especially if they live in dorms, are going to have a portable computer or device or whatever. So obviously it could be a higher chance of getting stolen if they leave it there, they got their back turned. So something like service like that would be very useful for them to, you know, they still have their data, you know, college papers, homework, all that in the cloud. So I don't know. I personally probably wouldn't use it for most of my backup. I think Ron Knights, he used it, but he's had some issues with it, I think, before. I don't know, would you ever consider using online backup, Brad, or would you do it locally, or?
Well, I would use my external hard drive if I want to back up anything. I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive, so I just put all of my stuff on that, and it's not even filled up yet.
Yeah, I do the same. I've got on the Mac Pro, I put in Time Machine. Well, some said before Time Machine's a little quirky. I haven't actually had to wipe the computer or lost it and reinstall everything through Time Machine, but it is working in the background. I think it does it every hour. It sees the most recent files it's changed and saves it. Yeah, I don't know anybody else really considered online storage. And we got another thing, which is Dropbox, which is also cloud-based. And I know that's very popular. I know you use it, Brad, right?
I use it all the time, mate. Yeah, love it.
I mean, I haven't used it a lot. Now, I think I did. Now, I think, there was something we had to do, and I got a Dropbox account just for that. I think I sent you some files, received some. I can't remember if it was us that the reason why we had to do it, or it might have been somebody else. I can't remember. I think you get a free 2 gig account, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then obviously more storage. You're gonna have to get more, and then of course you can send a link to whoever you wanted access to certain things. Of course, now with Apple and iCloud, I think they give you 5 gigabytes of storage, which has to do with I admit I still, there's things about the iCloud I don't understand, because to me, to understand it, I got to know how everything works, and I'm still in the process of doing that. Somehow, if you do backups through their service, or now if you pay for music though, music apps or books that you pay for, music for definitely, that it doesn't count against your storage, I think. But anything else like calendars, syncing and things like that, it does use so much space out in the cloud, so it can transfer it to your other devices. Now, I think you said, Brad, that you actually got a yearly upgrade for that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I got not a yearly one. Are you talking the Boxy Box? The Dropbox?
No, not the Dropbox. You remember the iCloud storage? I thought you said.
Yeah, I got a. How much did I get? I think I got an extra 15 gig for a month. I think it was for a yearly. Yeah.
So how was that? How much was it?
About about $20 it was.
Oh wow, that's fairly cheap, I think, right? Yeah, that's fairly cheap. I mean, for a year. Well, how would you think you'd use this all this space? What would you actually upload to it? No,
probably just emails and stuff and photos and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think photos, it does it kind of really weird. I think there was a few issues with the iPhone stream or something like that. Now, I'm also trying to think. I think originally, now on Mac OS X, this is before I even had an account with Dropbox. I seen somewhere on the inside the file structure, it actually had a Dropbox folder, which I thought kind of funny, because I thought they were either going to integrate it with Dropbox, or I think at one time they tried to buy Dropbox out before they went to the iCloud thing. But I think they supposedly turned them down, trying to buy them out, the Dropbox. But I know they're making some money, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, Dropbox is great. I use it all the time, and it comes in handy. And yeah.
And obviously, well, I kind of had some pros and cons down here. Obviously, the pros is you can access your data from anywhere through the internet. I don't know. The biggest thing I see cons against is internet speed. Especially if you're capped, you got slow speed. I don't know. I suppose there's people still out there somewhere that's got dial-up. I kind of doubt it, but certain remote places, dial-up might be your only option. So obviously, certain things you're going to always have to access the internet. That's going to be the biggest downfall. Yeah, I tell you the truth, I don't know if I kind of agree with the downloadable, the Mac OS X thing. I don't know. I think another issue that came up with that was, if of course they got now a recovery partition on your main hard drive, so if you got to reinstall it, it's right there on the hard drive. But if your whole hard drive goes out, then you kind of screwed in a certain way. You got to have either make a CD. There's a way you can make CDs, but I think you got to do it once you install it. You can't run the installer. You got to actually go in the folder and take a file out and burn it to a CD-ROM, or buy the USB version, which is seems a bit expensive though. USB key, I guess you call it. And what do you guys think about the cloud?
The iCloud, or just the cloud in general?
Oh, cloud in general. I'm just asking down in the chat room if anybody had any.